guys, this is Claudia here and Carl.
This is Carl.
Yeah. Okay, so we are a family who loves to invest, right, Carl?
Right. We love to invest and we love to compete with one another.
That is correct. So we have a little competition here, and at the same time, we're gonna share some educational things about what we think of what's gonna happen in the market. Um, so this week,
And the stock market.
and the stock market, right?
And a little bit of crypto.
That's right. Okay. So we have different approaches, of course. I have my approach for investing, and Carl has yours, right, Carl?
Yeah. I don't know if it's an approach. It's just it can change from time to time.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So my approach is more like the long-term investment. Sometimes I do some swing trade. I've done some day trading, but not really. Just like when the market is it's not doing good, I may do some day trading. But in general, I'm more the long-term holder. And Carl?
And Claudia, she does most of her trading within her IRA, so set up through her brokerage account. So that allows her to trade as much as she wants without the tax hit.
True.
So
True.
now
True.
when
And
I
that's
trade,
huge.
I have a little bit more of a tax hit because mine's not an IRA, just a personal account.
That is true.
But yeah, I like to swing trade, day trade, sometimes get a quick buck, and that's kind of my specialty, more the swing trading, day trading. But of course, there are stocks that I hold long term.
True, true. So I think that is always good a combination. But this week, I think the biggest thing that is going on is GSAT, right? So
That was the highest trending stock for the day, wasn't it? And yesterday, I believe, right?
yeah, so
Globalstar. Uh,
yeah,
so ticker symbol GSAT.
that's right. So GSAT, guys, is it's a low orbit satellite company that allows um, internet access directly through your phone. So Apple just announced that they're coming up with the new iPhone 13 that should give you internet no matter where you are. So, you can be roaming out in the middle of the ocean, and you would be able to
Sent
text.
like a 911
Yeah.
call or SOS so far, right? That's what it's going to start with.
Right, right. But eventually, I think that the trend is that internet will be generated straight through the satellite, low orbiting,
Anywhere on the planet.
anywhere on the planet. Holy cow. Can you imagine that?
You can't hide.
Right. That's right. Well, now on the money side, I'm definitely invested on that because I think it's going to be huge. I think that it's going to change the way people do business, or it's going to change the way communication works right now. So
Definitely. It's just one of those things that will help all aspects of the economy,
yeah, and
those
it's
technologies.
GSAT's been trending on Yahoo Finance pretty much throughout the week. So I am going to share my screen. And we're gonna take a look at, so this week GSAT was one of the top trends. It it didn't rise too much today. It was up and down. I think the high was positive 16 cents, but it was negative at certain points. Today the market was pretty choppy, pretty up and down. A lot of big companies like Apple was up all week. Today was down. So kind of a choppy market. Would you say so, Carl?
Yeah, definitely a kind of a choppy market. One of my concerns about Globalstar, if you look back, I don't know, 8 months or so, uh, Globalstar was at its high. So if you look on the chart, I go about 6 months, I don't know, maybe 8 months, a year, go about a year, actually, go a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you see where it was there. It's about the same as it was right now. So the thing is, it's up on news on a possible merger with Apple. So, and that's causing the sentiment to go up, and people are buying it. However, the market makers, you see that happened uh, February 16, 2021. That was it. It's almost at that exact high right now. So the market makers, the ones that determine that, they're the ones that hold millions of these shares. So what they did when it got there, they sold, and as you can see, the graph after February 16th, it goes down and down, right? And
well,
that's when they started buying again. This is that area in this right here. If you draw a line right here, that's the buy zone. Okay. So right now, if you look where we are now, it's up to almost $2 and something,
69
60
cents.
cents, 69 cents.
60 cents. Yeah, 60
Yeah.
cents right
So,
now.
you might, that might drop again. If, cause the market makers, when they sell, it drops. That's just how it's going to be. Unless a bunch of retail investors come in and say, hey, we think this thing's going to blow up, and that they could all pile in, demand could cause it to shoot up.
Yeah, there are a few things that impacted the stock to drop this much. Just to give a background, if you guys have not been watching the market within the past 6 months, since February, 6, 7 months, so something like that. Um, February was one of the beginning of February was one of the highest on the market, and then we got to like mid-February here, and everything pretty much just dropped. That was not just Global Star, but pretty much everything just dropped, right? So there is a lot of pressure from the market movers, like you said, but
Market makers.
market makers. Thank you, but
Demand.
but definitely there was a drop in the market because of the inflation that impacted the stock market in general. Everything pretty much dropped. I my portfolio dropped almost 50% from its height, but for me it's okay because last year was really high. So it's kind of settling down, and then I think it's going to go up again. Um, so the whole year kind of up and down. Of course, you wish you would have bought it when it was 89 cents. And as a matter of fact, I didn't buy uh, mine all at once. I started with I don't know, 1,000 shares, and then it dropped. I bought some more, and then it dropped all the way to, I think it was like $1 and something, $1.01, something like that. I loaded up. I doubled the amount of shares, and you know, uh, so now I have 3,000 shares. So I definitely think this is a great stock, and I'm thinking on the long run, it's going to go up. I think it's one of those stocks that can change the way things will, or the communication will work. So I think it's going to be huge. But if it's going to take 6 months or 5 years or a month or whatever, definitely, I don't think it's a short term stock. I think it's a long term. It's not going to grow overnight. That's for sure. So, what's your take on that?
Uh, if a deal goes through with Apple and it's confirmed, I think it could take off.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. And one thing that I also think is that is not just Apple. I think the other uh, f- cell phone manufacturer will follow up with Apple, because if they probably are the first ones, but not the only ones. They're gonna have they're gonna use this type of technology where you can access the internet pretty much anywhere you are. So
Yeah.
that's what I think. What do you think, Carl?
I agree. Yeah. Like I said, it's just increasing the technology in the world that would just benefit everyone. And
economies and stocks and technology stocks have no choice but to go up.
Okay. All right. So it looks like you're breaking up a little bit on the audio, but Car is just confirming that, yeah, he thinks it's gonna go up, but he actually sold his shares today, and I was like, no. But at the same time, he's and I kind of agree with him. I don't know, but I know there's gonna be a drop. Maybe Tuesday is supposed to be the Apple announcement on that.
And who they're partnering with.
And who their partner with. Remember, this is all a speculation, so nobody knows uh, what Apple announcement is going to be for sure. If it's going to tell, how if the iPhone 13 will actually have that technology, or if it's going to be future phones. And we also don't know if they're going to announce that it's going to be a different company. I also have aerospace, is the other company that also have the satellite communication, or low orbiting satellite
Satellites.
communication. Yeah. um so I don't know either way. And of course I have Apple. Gotta have some Apple, an apple a day. But I it's a good stock, and I had more, so I sold some of it, but I still have some shares of Apples. And of course, GSAT, and uh, aerospace mobile, aerospace mobile. Yeah.
ASTS.
ASTS, that's the ticker. And the ticker for Globalstar is GSAT. So those are the two stocks that could be, but it could be another company that we never heard of, or so I guess we're gonna hear on Tuesday. Tuesday, it's supposed to be Tuesday.
The big day.
Yeah, September 14th, Apple is going to announce who they're going to partner with, and what is that technology coming up on iPhone 13, or maybe on future models. But anyhow, we're excited about that. We're excited to share with you. We'll come back next week, and we're going to tell you what happened. So, Carl, did he make the right move? What do you guys think? All right. So if you like this
We
video,
shall see.
yeah, hey,
I
subscribe.
made money either way.
That's true.
Maybe not as much as you're gonna make.
You can you cannot complain when you make money. That's true. So one thing that for all of you investors out there, it's impossible to time the market, right? But there are some tools out there you can use. You can see the history of that stock. I like to use Yahoo. I just like to Google the stock
Trading
and
view.
take a look. Trading View. Yeah, those are all very good tools that can help you decide if that's a good stock or not. Now, wanted to give you a little disclaimer here. We're not financial advisors, so we're just investors like you. We're just sharing our opinion here. If you have a comment, what do you think? Do you think that Carl made a mistake in selling all his just Global Star stock today because it was kind of high?
It
Of
was
course,
only 1,000 shares.
right. But if it does drop, Carl plans on buying it back, right? So he's
That's the plan.
betting that this is going to drop before it goes up again. It could drop, but like I said, I'm more conservative. I think that, even if it drops, I lose some money. And then I think it's eventually, like I said, it's going to go back up again. I think definitely a long-term stock. Um, don't think it's going to be a short-term rise, so steep rise, but it could, like Carl says, if Apple come up with an announcement that they are partnering partnering with Globalstar, that could be, that could be something. And that's why I think that Globalstar has been on Yahoo Finance, on the top list of most traded stock pretty much all week, on the first page all week. So anyhow, we'll see what's going to happen. We'll come back to you next week, and we'll follow up on that. Let's see if Carl bought back his stock, if it dropped enough so that he could buy it back, keep riding this train. So